Hello there, welcome back to 4 and France. Last time we went a little bit aggressive on our end, I believe. And, we conquered some land from Milan. As a result of that, we do have some peace deals here going out for, or lasting quite a while. Which means that our potential targets are basically Scandinavia and finishing off England. That is definitely on the board here. England does have some colonies now. They've created one in South America. They've actually started creating some in Africa. But hilariously enough now, the ones who do the most of the colonization is actually Denmark. Hilariously enough, they are currently the big colonizer, and as such I could potentially keep them as a vassal just for that colonial advantage that they provide me, basically giving me a lot of extra colonial land, which is basically what they would be used for in the potential, or in the event that I keep them. I'm sorry that you've heard a lot of clicking in my latest videos. I'm trying to get the audio levels on my mic just right. I think that's something to do with how I place it. I still don't have a boom arm for it, sadly, but we'll see how this works out. But anyways, with that said, we are going to do something very simple here. We're going to basically just play a little bit peaceful this time. Potentially just prepare ourselves for a war against most likely Brandenburg. That should be probably the plan. And what I'm basically planning is just taking this land of Brandenburg, then probably cutting through Bohemia. And in the end here, we're going to end up in a rather awkward position. Goris. So apparently Gus had got renamed Goris for our convenience. We have exile armies in Rhodes. I completely forgot that we actually had one down here. I'll have to go and retrieve that. But basically what we're going to do here is just continue where we left off. We might end up finding the Ottomans here, but the plan was to actually wage a war here on Russia, and it's still that plan, but I want to see what Kazan does before. Worst case scenario, as I said, we'll have to fight the Ottomans in a worst case scenario here. So it will be interesting to see what happens, but so far I'm hoping that will not be the case. It would be annoying if we had to, but we'll prepare for another war against Milan, Austria, and the entirety. In next war against Milan, I think I'm just going to take Savoy, basically all of the old Savoy, and basically just make Italy completely mine, Northern Italy too. And we're probably going to beat on Burgundy after that, because I'm pretty sure some alliances will break as a result of this war. But of course, once we actually go ahead and declare war on Brandenburg, England, Lithuania, Ansbach and Flanders, as well as Austria and their allies, are going to be called in. So we're going to have our work cut out for us. I'm going to be aiming at getting completely rid of England for once, or finally, if you will, finally absorbing that old mess. And we'll also go ahead here, as I said, and conquer 4 provinces in this war from Brandenburg itself. Of course, those 4 provinces are, well, I guess we'll defend the settlement. We'll basically just be going after these 4 provinces for to make the map look a bit prettier. And we'll probably do the same thing on the west side here. I should probably fabricate a claim on Stralsund too, and aim at taking that, so I can actually fabricate claims on basically everything here that would be old Brandenburg slash Pomerania. That would make the map look a little bit prettier. There's also some small estates in the picture, but we'll have to see how I want to deal with that. I am also very tempted to just go after Scandinavia first and then destroy England that way. It will make it a little bit easier to deal with Brandenburg without having to worry about England in the same war. But we could also use that logic and just say that it would be easier to deal with Scandinavia if I wouldn't have to deal with England in the same, well, same move of things. So with that in mind, what we're going to do now is, as I said, just wait. We're going to be fabricating a bit of, well, a fair amount of claims, and then we'll see what happens with the Russian war against Kazan. And worst case scenario, as I said, we'll end up in a war with the Ottomans, where we will be aiming to take Moscow from them. But I'm pretty sure Kazan would actually take all the way up to Moscow. So we'll just have to wait and see here. Worst case scenario, I should probably consider fabricating some claims on Torsok and Resev. And to be perfectly honest, we might as well just do that for safety's sake. Zev and Torzok. And as I said, we'll probably fight Russia before we do Brandenburg. I'll fabricate claims, and we'll see how things end up here. Well, this is hilarious. The peace deal here is actually said. We also got a new heir to the throne at the same time, 234. not the greatest heir, but the problem again is that my ruler has to live until he's 40. The heir himself is, as I said, not great, but he's better than the average, I should put this, average but elected ruler from the republics. Couldn't remember the name of it. But anyways, Muscovy being released here is both probably a blessing in disguise, to be perfectly honest. I'm tempted to fabricate a claim on Kaluga too now and just go for straight up gobble. Gobble gobble. And I think I'm going to do that. It's of course going to take a little bit of extra time, but that's fine. We can just go double gobble. I'm pretty sure Muscovy won't get any alliances by then. And I can wait for the Russian claimant to be, well, fabricated before we do anything. But they took one province, Penza, here, which is fine, because that's basically the link that should have been there to begin with. So that's perfectly fine. What this means is that we'll fabricate a claim on... I think they also forced... Yeah, they forced the Russians to give back some of the Lithuanian provinces. But anyways, what we're going to be focusing on here is taking Tulare, San Kazimov, and Torsok in our war against Russia then. And potentially Smolensk too, since it's a very big province, and we'll make the map look far prettier. Now, who do I have as my rival here? I think the ones that we're going to be fighting next is actually Lithuania, since they are allied with Brandenburg. And I do want to break Lithuania up in that war if possible, so we'll have to see just how that works. But anyways, for now, we'll wait until the claim on Russia has been finished, and then we will go ahead here and declare war on, well, Muscovy, to get Moscow. So we'll see how that goes, but I think I'll take stability in this case. We have had, well, we have enjoyed a period of very high stability for a long time. Haven't used admin points of stability for, I think, a century. I've basically just been using the papal points, so can't complain about that. It's a very, very good and easy system to use. But with that in mind, we will, as I said here, just allow the claim to be fabricated, and then we'll go ahead and declare war on Moscow. Let's see how this plays out. We finally have a diplomat back, and with that we're going to go ahead and declare war on Muscovy. The goal will be basically take everything, so let's just go ahead and declare war. Again, this should be an incredibly easy one, where I don't really think we'll have any, well, problems at all. We shouldn't. It's a 3-province minor that is going to be fully annexed, and as such, again, they are no threat at all. It's basically just go in there, siege now, and then war's over. In terms of Brandenburg, we have basic claims to everything except for that one province. So we're going to go ahead and do that, or create the claim right now. We also, of course, have Flandern that we want to fight. They're currently allied with just Brandenburg, so it's tempting to use that to my advantage here and just basically declare war on Brandenburg and then Flanders, but we'll have to see here. I think I might go for Flanders first and then Brandenburg later. Just force Brandenburg to give up some, for instance, release Saxony could be a interesting move. But yeah, we'll have to see. I'm very tempted just to go ahead now and also declare war on Scandinavia to basically get England off the map. They're currently doing some expansion every here and again, so it's tempting to just get rid of them. I'll be perfectly honest. It's tempting to just declare war here to get rid of both Scandinavia and England as one. And let's face it, Magdeburg and Gellere are not terrifying at all. They are easy to kill. Gellere won't even join, and England here, we can just call England in as co-belligerent. I'm pretty certain they only they're allied with Brandenburg, which we don't really want. Well, it could technically work because Flanders just, yeah, we'll do this. We'll allow England to call in Brandenburg. We'll just beat Brandenburg here to try and bleed them dry a little bit, and I think that should work to our advantage to some degree, because it'll make sure that we can fight Brandenburg without the fuss, if you will, of having to deal with everything else. But of course, depending on where Brandenburg attacks, this could be awkward to say the best, horrifying to say the least. So we'll have to see how we want to handle this, or how we are going to handle this, but I'm pretty sure we will, per the usual norm, win. Even if Brandenburg joins in, which it didn't actually do. Brandenburg did not join into this war, even though they did have the opportunity, and as a result, they still have their alliance with England though, so it seems like England didn't take too much offense to that, so who knows. But anyways, with this, there we go, Brandenburg just joined. But anyways, with this, we should be able to get completely rid of England. I'll have, of course, probably, Yeah, that's actually English colony. The English colonies, which also definitely say that it's time to get rid of them before they become a huge problem. So what I'm going to do is do the half stupid thing, I dare say. Where are my 6,000 fleet? Why do I call it 6,000 fleet? Because it can carry 6,000. My 6 transport ship fleet here. And we're going to send it to the Eastern African territory, where we're basically going to use them to take over the English, well, provinces, and that should work. And of course, I should probably just use these. Oh, there's actually a small English army here. Pretty sure these guys can handle them. They should, at least. Are you going back home? Yes, you are. So I might have to send a fleet there to deal with that, but I'm counting on it not being necessary. And we'll just make a quick pit stop here in Luanda to take them. And with that, everything should be fine. And again here, Brandenburg is of course going to be sieging the 2 provinces that I have left for them. Basically 2 siege here. They're out in the open. It's not a big secret that they can and will siege them. So it's going to be interesting just how... Oh, come on. Come on here, little rats. There we go. But as I said, it's going to be very interesting to see just how we're going to, well, assault Brandenburg here, because it'll probably have to be a landing in, I think, Poland. Or, if I put it that way, I can just march these guys through Poland. Yes, I can. Let's just send 3 armies. Yes, 3 armies should do the trick. We'll just start and stop and work our way westward. It should work very well, to be perfectly honest. I just have to wait until this claim is done fabricated, and then we'll go ahead and declare war, or sorry, finish the war with Muscovy, and start coring on Moscow. We occupy Lowland, which is good. Let's see, can I put a general on this one? Yes, we can. And we can also finish the war here with Muscovy, where the goal is to take, as I said, all 3 of them. So can't complain about that. Boom, war done. And we can now go ahead and start the coring. As you can see, they're not actually that expensive. I would have anticipated them to be far more expensive than that. Do we want to upgrade our tech here? 5 and 4 points. I think we can afford this. Just get tech 25 here. Production efficiency increased by 10%. Fairly alright. I'm also very tempted to do an upgrade in diplomatic tech, but I'm a little bit unsure if I really want to do that. Especially considering how things, well, currently are. I think we're going to play it safe here and wait before we do that upgrade in tech. But we will fabricate a claim on Smolensk and then we'll move from there. But yeah, in terms, as I said, we're moving these guys, moving 2 of them into enemy territory, and I can then put a general on this one later, and then just, well, help out and stop. But as long as we take, well, as long as we make moves here to secure the land, it should be perfectly fine. And as I said, we'll also have to deal with the English colonial provinces, and that shouldn't be too much of an issue either. I'll also start the annexation of Denmark as soon as we have the last 3 main cores here in the war with Scandinavia. We lost Brandenburg. I have a feeling is something, well, I think it probably is right, but it feels like something in the... Oh, you're actually doing some interesting stuff here. I don't need a general to be on that army right now. I need a general on this army. Let's see, where are you guys going? You ran away now. Netze. No, Mark, you're going back then. Let's put a general back on this army. And we're going to attack the Scandinavian army here. I have no idea what Brandenburg is doing, but hey, as long as they do something that benefits me, I can't really complain, can I? Yeah, I'll just wait, that's perfectly fine. Greifswald. That being said, my 2 Brandenburg provinces have now fallen into enemy hands. Oh, come on, England. You are a colonial bastard. Is that Flanders? No, it isn't. It's Sunda. I thought it was Flanders there for a second. Ligo. Ligo has actually started colonizing. This is interesting. Ligo is a tiny emirate right here. That's good, I guess. But as I said, for now, we will most likely end up in a war with potentially Malabar here. But anyways, for now, we'll take the English islands here, and then we'll make a brutal peace on them. And I was hoping that French Brazil would actually go ahead and just deal with that problem right there. but we'll have to see. We're going to continue this next time. Thank you for watching. So comment, praise, criticism, anything you feel like, and I'll see you next time. Bye.